COVID-19 pandemic has shifted behaviors of Filipinos towards retirement planning, with more people now thinking long-term. But 80% or nearly 8 million of retiring Filipinos are not financially prepared. Let's now have an exchange with Richard Bates, President and Chief Executive Officer of Manulife Philippines. Richard, great to have you with us on the program. How has this pandemic affected people's attitudes towards money and financial planning?
Rico, really good to be here. Thank you very much. Excellent question. I think, as you highlighted one of BSP's statistics, that 80% not being prepared for retirement, with only 20% being involved in government systems that lend and provide for retirement. What we find is that this pandemic has accelerated people's thinking about what retirement means. The importance of being with family, the importance of making sure that they are planning as best as possible for the future. I think what we found is a shift over the course of the last 12 plus months, where you've had individuals in the past who might be about living now. And now you have individuals saying, well, hold on a second, how about living for tomorrow?
Right.
And are we prepared for tomorrow? So recently, Manulife did a survey, which we call the Asia 2021 Asia Care Survey. And in that, we identified the needs of Filipinos have definitely changed. They've definitely accelerated and looked much more towards retirement, looked much more towards recognizing they don't have sufficient retirement planning in place, and has raised their awareness of we've got to get something in place. And again, planning for tomorrow.
It's really good to know, Richard, that a majority of Filipinos now believe that retirement planning has become more important since COVID-19, and that's well above the Asia average of more than 70%. But Richard, many Filipinos also have a limited budget, particularly over the course of this pandemic. Many have lost their jobs, many of their salaries have been reduced. Explain to us, with this in mind, how can they save for their health needs and retirement going forward?
Yeah, really, really important. This has been a tough period for many, many people. And to me, this is where the value of life insurance is absolutely essential to a society and to an economy. So what I think is important is when you look at the products available, and making sure that we have enough flexibility in our product. So for example, Manulife has a product called Health Flex, which is a critical illness product, flexible different packages and sizes depending on an individual's needs. We also have retirement planning products called, for example, Freedom, which again, it's about spending time with the customer and understanding what their needs are so that they actually scope and shape a product that is going to be suitable for their journey. And everyone starts at a different point in their journey, with kids, without kids, planning for kids. And all of these elements must be taken into account when you are trying to find that right policy for you. But the main thing is to make sure that you're looking for a policy that has the highest degree of flexibility around it. That means we can cover more and more Filipinos.
It's really good to know that the packages of Manulife could even be as low as 1,000 to 1,500 a month. Yeah. The question now is, how do they apply for these plans? What requirements do they need?
Yeah, I think it's obviously through our agents, through our life planners, are able to share and give good, solid advice on this. We also have a bank partner with China Bank, and through relationship with China Bank, we're able to service their customers too. And I think what's important is that to spend time with the right agent, spend time with the right advisor who's going to give you the time and understanding, not try and push something on you, but actually listen to what your needs are and more specifically shape it. And if your affordability is 1,500 pesos a month, then that's great. And we'll shape something around that to help that. And then in the future, as affordability changes, we can change the product design and the product shape to help along that journey.
And that is really good news for our kababayans who are listening to us right now for their retirement plans. There's a lot of flexibility in terms of the various packages that you offer. And amid these challenging times in our lives, Richard, and companies having to be nimble and having to innovate, how has Manulife adjusted to this new normal of business?
Yes. Well, as you can tell, firstly, I'm at home. And so like everybody else, we are working to support the customers as much as possible. We're quite privileged in our industry that we can be set up through digitalization processes that our agents can be at home, our customers can be at home, and the company can be at home, and we can still manage and service our customers in terms of applications, in terms of claims, in terms of any inquiries they have. And we're quite fortunate that our industry allows that. But in order for that to happen, it's the digitalization journey that we've been on, which we started prior to the pandemic. And really what the pandemic has done is accelerated a number of our digital initiatives that we put in place, whether it's providing electronic contracts, electronic claim systems, being able to take applications without anybody having to meet face to face. We put these controls in place to be able to help people stay safe and really protect themselves as we go through this journey. I do think, in the future, as we get back to some level of normalcy of what we saw before, and we're able to then meet again in a safe environment, we will have at least a foundation, a bedrock, to give even more flexibility to a customer. If they wish to meet face-to-face and they're allowed to and it's safe, we can offer that. If they want to do it virtually over a video call, we can allow for that as well. And this all comes down to the importance of adjusting ourselves for what the customer needs are.
Thank you so much for this exchange. Richard Bates, the President and CEO of Manulife Philippines.